love SCP deep dives. And I also love when you download Raid Shadow Legends using my link in the description. That's right, Raid Shadow Legends is currently sponsoring the channel right now. And if you download the game using my link, which will be pinned in the comments and linked in the description below, you can help support the channel massively. Start playing the game, download on your PC or your mobile phone, mobile devices, and yeah, play along while you watch my videos. Start binging through and be like, you know what, I'll play a little Rady Shady, support Alicia a little bit. It'd be super duper appreciated. Raid Shadow Legends has been an incredible sponsor to this channel, and it would just mean a lot to me for you guys to help support back this channel and support such an amazing sponsor who's been so dope towards me. And yeah, let's get it. Vulcan time. SCP-3994. Normal human people.
Good afternoon, everyone.
That is the least normal looking person, though. God damn, that is a bad render of a video game character. Whew.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-3994. Object class.
Oh, I'll give a little forehead smooch to the chat. Someone just used 20 blue swords. Mwah, little forehead smooch. I love it when you guys hit golds for the Raid Shadow Legends thing. I love that. That's some good shit. Alright, I'm good. Sorry.
Header. Special containment procedures. SCP-3994 is currently being held on site at Site 92.
Okay.
The doors to SCP-3994's containment chambers must be pressurized as to prevent instances from maneuvering through gaps between the door and its frame.
What?
Instances are
It can shimmy through gaps?
separated
Dang.
by category into their respective containment chambers in groups no more than 15 per chamber. Should the number of instances in any given category exceed 800, termination of up to 500 instances may be permitted.
Okay.
Termination of an instance of SCP-3994 requires 87% of its mass to be completely destroyed, whether by incineration of 800 degrees Celsius, dissolution by an acid of 1.1 pH or less, or detonation of 415 megajoules of trinitrotoluene. Recategorization of instances should occur bi-monthly.
What the hell?
Foundation web crawlers must consistently monitor upcoming meteor showers and databases of medical facilities in order to track uncontained instances of SCP-3994.
Okay, I would understand, like, medical facilities, but monitoring meteor showers? How would that play a part?
Mobile Task Force Theta 991, Human Beings, is deployed wherever reports of SCP-3994 surface, and instances of SCP-3994 must be apprehended under the guise of relocation to a private medical facility. SCP-3994 is to be provided a maximum of 3 times daily with Foundation-generated or heavily altered media. See Addendum 3. All media is to be centered around human activity and regarded as acceptable behavior for humans, regardless of the nature of the content. Incoming information from outside instances or sources must be immediately substituted with aforementioned media.
Oh, so they just watch 3 Mr. Beast videos a day. Okay.
All personnel who interact with any aspect of SCP-3994 or files regarding it must undergo a blood test prior to entering and exiting the containment chamber as to prevent allowing the incorrect personnel from exiting.
That makes sense, yeah.
Description: SCP-3994 is the collective designation for a cluster of extraterrestrial entities, currently consisting of SCP-3994-A1 through SCP-3994-C. Instances of SCP-3994 have been grouped into categories.
I'm sorry, I just think I got paranoid for a second.
D4A1 through SCP-3994-C. Instances of SCP-3994 have been grouped into categories A, B, or C based upon degree of shell decay, with A having no signs of shell decay, B having any amount of shell decay but with a retained shell.
I'm gonna be so real with you. I thought this eye over here blinked. Oh my god. But it was my eyelashes. They're so long that I was like I was thrown off. So I sounded like my peripheral because I'm like reading along while he reads. And then I went and I was like, ah, and then I went back. That's what, yeah, it did not. I know it didn't. Yeah, I went back for that reason. That's the reason why I looked freaked out.
Shell, and C, lacking any shell.
Sorry.
SCP-3994 develops and inhabits outer skins, henceforth referred to as shells, that resemble human beings.
Okay.
SCP-3994 will favor mimicking the appearance of a pre-existing individual in its immediate vicinity if it lacks a shell.
Oh, well, that makes sense because that's the reason why you'd have to do the blood testing to go in and out. Yeah,
if no human is present, shell formation will occur regardless. These shells are assumed to act as disguises to hide the inner form of SCP-3994, but often fail to perform as intended. 68% of attempts by SCP-3994 to form humanoid shells have resulted in various deformities, including but not limited to twisted appendages, severe malformation resembling elephantitis, disproportionate skeletal structure, and the interior composition of SCP-3994
and a big penis. What? How big? Mr. Redacted.
is of an unknown viscous substance. Without a shell, the bodies of SCP-3994 lack any confined form or structure and may have a height upwards of 560 centimeters. In this state, SCP-3994 maneuvers by dragging itself across a surface using any number of its limbs. 38% of conversations held between Foundation personnel and instances of SCP-3994 have shown that SCP-3994 will actively copy the speech patterns, dialects, and languages of those whom they are exposed to. However, SCP-3994 demonstrates a
Motherfucker, this is how VTubers are born. All you see is Niji, Sanji, and Hololive. They take this SCP, they train them with media, make them interact with other waifus, and then suddenly they're melded into this. And they put them out for marketing. Brilliant.
A great deal of difficulty in stringing together grammar and syntax.
And that's why most of them have they can't speak well. I'm not even saying just for English. They don't even speak their original language as well. A lot of the time they just be like, ah, and they just go, ah, a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing it. It's the VTubers, I'm telling you. My conspiracy is coming together.
Symptoms in line with those of speech and communication disorders, notably cluttering and apraxia of speech. Instances under Foundation custody have shown to be adapting.
I mean, I stopped myself from saying that they're bad at talking, but I'm like, oh, I don't want people to think that just because I think it's a language barrier issue. No, I think a lot of them just don't speak. They just say random shit and then start yelling sounds. I don't know. Do you speak for yourself as well? Nah, my real face is out there too much, and I have a documentary about my life. Man, I'm half flesh tuber, half VTuber. I just don't give a shit enough to put on a camera anymore. Are you saying we should preventatively lock up all VTubers? Yes! Actually, take Azu first. Take my editor Azu first. Listen, his titties are too luscious. Where'd he learn them titties from? That's one sus-ass bitch. Have you heard him talk? Do you trust him? I don't trust him. And he's indie. I don't care.
Rapidly to match the language proficiency of personnel. Countermeasures have been implemented to combat this. See Addendum 3. Discovery. Initial discovery of SCP-3994 occurred after news stations in Bolivia, Germany, and Madagascar reported dozens of wild animals having been shred to pieces with pulpy viscous innards of a solid uniform color.
Oh, that's how Azu keeps his youth.
Samples taken from deceased
Azu got them pink nips. What the fuck? What were you looking at his nipples for? Now I want to know, does he actually? That's very confusing. It's weird to me because Azu's model is like super pale, but he's like a brown guy IRL. So I'm like, his nipples definitely don't match his VTuber model. Are they pink? Dang, you guys are so confident in your answer. Okay.
These instances proved to be extraterrestrial with no known relatives living on Earth. Several days prior to the initial discovery, all 3 cities had experienced a minor meteor shower. Meteorites retrieved near recovery locations have tested positive for DNA samples of SCP-3994.
Oh, that makes sense why the meteor showers matter, because we learned they're extraterrestrial beings. They came here, and thus, since they have traces of that, them creating shells to mimic other people will help them like reside within our communities. Okay, that makes sense for the infiltration factor. Yeah, okay, that makes sense now.
Or implying that SCP-3994...
I know I do go on a lot of tangents. I am absorbing the information. I just chit-chat a lot. Yes, sir.
...has been utilizing meteorites as a method of travel from their location of origin. Addendum 1. On January 6th, 3 of the total B category instances of SCP-3994 progressed into a complete state of shell decay.
I keep feeling like his eyes are looking at me randomly, and I can't because of my peripheral vision, and like I'm focused, like reading along with him, but like it is me.
Hereby recognized as C category. Crevices in B category shells with protruding limbs, spines, and other appendages gave way to the full interior body of those SCP-3994 instances, effectively dissolving the shell. Testing suggests that shell decay is a natural process, with signs beginning 1 to 4 months after the shell is initially formed.
That's
and
cool.
Dissolving entirely within 1 year. The process of shell formation takes a maximum of 3 days, and there is no known way to inhibit this process.
Okay, that's cool.
Interview log 01. Interviewed: SCP-3994-A7. Interviewer: Dr. Kaufman. Forward: SCP-3994-A7 was recovered from Ireland 3 days prior to the interview. SCP-3994-A7 was recorded to have been initially disregarded as an intoxicated townsperson until it was seen to have snapped its elbows back in half and kept going about its business.
Oh!
Once it was administered medical treatment, hospital staff discovered that SCP-3994-A7 lacked any human bodily fluids, and the Foundation was subsequently involved.
Yeah, that would definitely be a red flag.
Now.
Good morning, SCP-3994-A7. Morning, sick. Sickening. Do you find something sickening? It's an understandably standing rotten day. What's making it rotten? No breakfast in time for breakfast. Eating as a man must eat, you know.
Well, we get it. He was in Ireland, and this is why they thought he was just a drunkard. Because this motherfucker spit something different. Okay, yeah.
Are you hungry? Hungry. And you? What was breakfast for yourself? I had waffles, I believe. Waffles, I believe. Oh, I am dear waffles, I believe. They are, how do you say, hungry for breakfast. Do you know what a waffle is, A7?
SCP-3994-A7 pauses briefly. It gazes distantly, then clears its throat. The following lines from SCP-3994-A7 contained several words of Argentinian Spanish, which have been translated into English.
Oh.
A waffle, I believe, is a bread pastry often eaten with, that be things I wrote are syrup for breakfast. Humans, us, we enjoy them. Popular here in Argentina. A7, we are...
Oh, it's a former shell. It's a former shell that they're reflecting upon. Right? Oh, fuck.
nowhere near Argentina.
Closing statement. Dr. Kaufman's interview with SCP-3994-A7 has led to the discovery of telepathic communications existing between instances of SCP-3994. Further research is being conducted in order to understand the limits and capabilities of this. Addendum 02. Following interview...
Okay, so that destroys my theory. My theory was that, oh, its previous shell was that of an Argentinian person. But no, it's the fact that he distantly looked off and was telepathically communicating with another instance of the SCP-3994. That is cool. Okay.
Interview log 13, SCP-3994 is confirmed to develop language proficiency, cultural understanding, acceptable social behavior, and other essential components of human interaction, not only by interacting with humans directly, but also by communicating information between one another in a hive mind complex. Dampening this development by teaching SCP-3994 false information about humanity is necessary to uncover instances of SCP-3994
Oh, so yeah, if you feed it false information about humanity, since it shares the hive mind, it'd be easier to find other instances, of course. Oh, that makes so much sense.
in human society. Amnestics do not function as intended due to the composition of SCP-3994. Incident Log 4. On August 12, 2014, a security breach was attempted by SCP-3994-A7, A24, A33, B3, B78, C16, and C27. C16 and C27 provided aid to the breach by pressing themselves between the crevices of the containment chamber door and the door frame to forcibly unhinge the door.
Which is why they had to put the pressurized door later on.
By blocking off guards from accessing one side of the hallway leading to SCP-3994's containment chamber. Guards were unable to destroy enough of C16 and C27's mass in order to surpass them into the hallway. Remaining instances of SCP-3994 had formed shells resembling on-site staff and security prior to the incident. Both B-category instances were able to conceal any protruding appendages by wrapping them in shreds of cloth taken from each other's uniforms. The group of A-category instances acted in the roles of personnel escorting wounded researchers to the medical bay. The security breach lasted a total of 23 minutes before all violating instances of SCP-3994 were terminated via heavy artillery fire.
Well, that wipes them out.
Addendum 3.
Yep.
On May 9th, extensive countermeasures were implemented to prevent absolute blending of undiscovered instances of SCP-3994 into human societies.
I just moved my
This
armrest.
includes all recreational activities relating to forms of media used to convey information, such as films and books, must have scrambled text or speech. No non-fiction media may be introduced to SCP-3994 under any circumstances.
Yep.
No information regarding the personal lives of personnel may be mentioned under any circumstances.
Okay.
Incident Log 9. On September 16th, a breach was attempted by 14 A-category instances, 37 B-category instances, and 6 C-category instances. Dr. Kaufman and 4 accompanying security guards approached SCP-3994's containment chamber, which caused the aforementioned instances to swarm around the door. It should be noted that
horrifying.
this behavior is abnormal for SCP-3994. Dr. Kaufman opened the door, and 4 security guards were promptly trampled by the offending instances. However, all instances wove around Dr. Kaufman, who headed in the opposite direction from the group until he was subsequently apprehended 11 minutes after the breach. The instances managed to reach the center of Site-92 before all were successfully terminated via a contained flood of 20,000 gallons of battery-grade sulfuric acid. Interview Log 7. Interviewed, Dr. Kaufman. Interviewer. Forward. The following interview occurred immediately after Incident Log 9, September 16th. At the time of recording, Dr. was the site director for Site-92.
Okay.
Playing log now.
Dr. Kaufman, what reason do you have for your actions today? You were seen walking away from a massive containment breach without alerting security. I apologize. I must have forgotten.
Nah, this motherfucker is one of the shells.
Forgotten? Dr. Kaufman, you were being swarmed. by SCP-3994. I don't want to punish you for initiation of and deliberate failure to contain a breach. Hell, I don't even blame you for what happened. You just opened the door. But they were all over you, Kaufman. They trampled the guards and headed straight for escape. And you forgot? Again, I apologize. I only did what I could. Excuse me, Kaufman. You can't keep them here forever. They've taken the form of the dominant species on the planet, and they're damn near indestructible by our means of measurement. We haven't found them all. We don't know how many there are. You don't even know how they multiply. We're not here to discuss SCP-3994, Kaufman. We're here to keep an army trapped inside these concrete walls, and it won't do a thing in your favor, Doctor. They learn, and they keep advancing. It's a simple concept. Buffers on their development will stop working. Sooner or later, there'll be enough instances on this godforsaken planet to teach them every language under the sun. They'll learn the games. They'll know that humans don't actually eat paste for breakfast or wear shoes on their hands like you so desperately want them to believe. Soon enough, they'll be walking and talking like any other
Oh, this
person.
motherfucker is definitely one of the shell motherfuckers for real. Yeah, that's what I said earlier too. He's an instance for sure.
And at the rate they're going, they'll have
Not just an instance, he is like SCP-3994. Yeah, that's what I said at the start.
scored us 1,000,000 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep going and going and going. You've wagered a hefty bet against the universe's greatest conqueror, Doctor. And it's a bet you are going to lose.
Closing statement. Several hours following the interview, it was discovered that Dr. Kaufman had been on vacation for the past 2 weeks.
Y'all, come on, man. Y'all need to manage your facility a little bit better. He's been on vacation for 2 weeks. What's wrong with you? God damn. He had to request approval. He probably told other people, hey, I'm going on vacation, right? Your colleagues or something? Nobody there. He just, poop, I'm back. Oh, I decided to cancel my vacation.
Ugh, kind of invasion of the body snatcher vibes there. Huh?
Yeah, pretty
Anyway, I think that about does it for today. By the way, you like my new office? It's pretty cool, right? There's a little nod to my old office back there. Anyway, thank you all for listening, if indeed you still are, and you're all dismissed.
Thanks, Dr. Miller.
Goodbye.
Bye. Another amazing Vulcan video. So hey, check out the original link to the description below. And don't forget to check out Raid Shadow Legends using my link to download the game, because that is the only way you can help support the cause, which is supporting the channel, supporting the sponsors. So yeah, check out the link, click it below. And I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for your love and support always. See you in the next one. Bye!